So I believe I am live now. I can't see the little green light that I think is on. So maybe somebody can just let me know that they can see me and that they can hear me okay. I just wait for some people to join. Hello, okay, good. Hello everyone, I can see you all joining, so I'll just give it a couple of minutes. Hello, yes, good to see you. How is everybody today? How has your day been, your evening, wherever you are tuning in the world? How's your energy levels? I always like to ask on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being low energy and 10 being high energy. How are we feeling? How are we doing? And then maybe at the end of class you can ask yourself this question again, how your energy is after we go into this journey. Great. Thank you, Nita. Hello, everyone. So welcome. If you didn't, excuse me, my throat chakra is playing up. I'm just going to tap it. It always does before I go live. So welcome, everyone who maybe didn't see me last month here at Sage Goddess. My name is Gina. I am a meditation teacher and hypnotherapist, and really pleased to be with you all today and share this journey that we're going to go on. I know that you've been learning about the goddesses, Hecate, the Greek goddess in mythology, and also Ereshkigal. I know you've had some deep teachings about this, and also today we're going to work with those goddesses and how they can help us to transcend into the underworld, as Hecate is known for her magical powers as well as her, learning, being at crossroads, which many of us can be in this human experiences that we're all having. And also she is the goddess of helping us to transition to the underworld. And as Ereshkigal, she is also the goddess of death. So she's really in the underworld, that helping us to strip all of our worldly possessions and our vulnerabilities, everything stripped down to be completely raw, to be in the underworld. And what we're talking about today is really going from death to rebirth to ultimate transformation. So we're going to go on a journey in the second part of the session today, the descent of Inanna, the goddess of the heavens, the sort of, lighter goddess who is, in many ways sort of has a lot of beautiful qualities compared to her sister, Ereshkigal, who is the goddess of death. So we're going to learn a little bit more going into this journey. I'm going to start you with some questions, and we're going to first go into a nice grounding meditation, just so we all sort of collectively can join in a sort of a healing, protective circle, no matter the distance. And then we're going to go into a lovely grounding, really present moment meditation. And then we're going to do a little bit of sound. I'm going to do some drumming, helping to connect us, getting us out of thought, out of thinking, detaching from our minds, and really being in our inner world to go on this journey before we sort of step into then questions and answering. So I'd really love for all of you to just to gather any tools that you would like. If you've got some crystals, that would be great. Any protective crystals such as obsidian, which is a really good protective one, seeing we're going on this sort of death and rebirth journey today. You might have some onyx, something like that, or maybe some oils that you've got, collected over the time, maybe some frankincense, deep sort of perspective, healing oils, sandalwood, something like that. Just drawing close to you now, anything that makes you feel very safe and sort of calm as we go into this process with all of you today. And then, as I said, using the sound, using the drum, the rattle, the rain stick really helps us to shift any stagnant energy, any, really persistent thoughts that, keep us stuck in worn out cycles. And then we will go into questions and answers. So have your journals beside you. So when we go into that, they're not too far, to reach to. And then we will sort of share, if you want to ask any questions or how you might be feeling around the answers, feel free to do that. And we can also do that at the end. So it's very interactive. I'm very open to some questions. And if I can help, answer them or give you any guidance from my personal experiences through death, rebirth, transformation, and also really, wanting to explore anything that you might, feel you would like to share with me or with the group. So get comfortable. As I say, I know you've been learning about Goddess Hecate and Ereshkigal. So I really want us to sort of draw on how, from their wisdom, they can help us go forward in life by really just letting go of anything that's holding us back. What's the, sometimes we feel like the weight, of the world is on our shoulders. And I really hope today's journey can help just, take away these layers, very slowly and subtly and safely, and just, exploring any vulnerability, any fears, doubts. And as we journey into the underworld, making sure that you feel very protected, very safe, with the guidance of these, ancient goddesses that are really here to tell us a story of how, by shedding the old, by literally dying metaphorically, that we can have this beautiful rebirth and, step into a new path of pure growth and transformation, and effectively our most authentic self, and also connecting back to our true nature. So good to see everyone there. Aloha, hello. Hello, good to see everyone here. So let's get ready. Again, let's just get our tools together, get in a comfortable position. You can either lie or sit down for this first part, the sort of grounding meditation. We're going to just connect into our breathing, really get grounded, anchoring us into earth, and now starting with also a protective circle of healing, of collective energy, sharing our energy collectively for the good, and allowing any negativity to completely be dismantled and taken away from us. So get comfy, let's begin, and just start by, again, sitting or lying down, and just close your eyes to start with. Placing your feet on the floor if you're sitting up, or just connecting through your shoulders, your lower back, and just starting to ground into this space. Start connecting into your breath, taking a nice deep inhale in all the way up through your spine to the very top of your head, and hold. Now open your mouth and exhale all the way down, letting go of any stress, any tension, any worries. Allowing you to now just be completely in this moment right now. No past or future here, just this moment now. And I'd like you to visualize a beautiful healing circle coming around each of you, visualizing us all collectively sat in this circle. Sending any negativity away, surrounding ourselves in a ring of light. Knowing that this is deeply connected to source, to love, to light. And nothing negative can come into this circle. Dropping inwards now, dropping into your inner world, feeling your sit bones firmly connected, anchoring you down into the earth's energy. And with every inhale, just breathing in this fresh, new, healing and protective energy. And on every exhale, just letting go of your day, letting go of any worries, anything before this time, because right now, nothing else matters. Just being in this safe space with all of us that are joining tonight or today, wherever you are. Just dropping into stillness. Dropping into this moment, into peace. And just sensing a tingling sensation throughout your body now. With this healing breath that you're breathing in this new energy. Just allow it to nourish and heal, helping to reset your mind, your body, clearing out anything that needs to go. Allowing yourself to be open to new possibilities, to new ways of being. Feel your connection into the ground. You can imagine now that you've got deep roots going down from your body, whatever is touching the ground, the base of your spine, your feet, your shoulders. Feel this strong connection, these roots that are going deep, deep down into the earth, giving you a grounding, firm foundation to begin on this journey today. And as we're here, we're just going to invite in the energy and the wisdom from these powerful, wise goddesses. Goddess Hecate, Ereshkigal, and Inanna. Drawing in, getting a sense of their energy, a sense of their purpose to help guide us through different life's experiences and challenges. And accepting that when we have challenges in our lives, as hard as it is, it's an opportunity to grow and to transform into a better version. So before we go into the session of the descent of Inanna, we can try to understand a little more about how we too can shed these layers, shed these old stories, these old versions of ourselves that have been keeping us blocked, been keeping us stuck. So we can too transform into a happier version. So now we're just going to take this breath a little deeper, just to clear out this stagnant energy that might be residing in us, in the depths of us. So we're going to do the 4-4-4 breath. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And now exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, take a deep inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep doing a few more rounds of this 4-4-4 breath on your own. As I bring in the sound of the drum, helping to break down resistance to thought, to thinking, helping you to calm your nervous system, slow down your heart rate, and just grounding you even deeper into this present moment. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take another round on your own. Just when you've done your last out breath of 4, just bring your breath back to its natural, normal rhythm. And just sit in this stillness, allowing the drum to be absorbed into your mind, into your body, helping it to calm your cells, break down any looping thoughts that just maybe holding on. Just be in this moment, right now, feeling so safe, so protected. So calm in this moment. Now just sensing the area around your heart, feeling your heartbeat, this powerful, beautiful heart of yours, just beating slowly, rhythmically, giving you this beautiful life. Sensing the beat of your heart. Your breathing is becoming slow and steady. Your mind is becoming free and open. Your body is relaxing. Being held by the earth. And each time we drop a thought, the mind becomes freer. So just keep dropping any thought, dropping your mind into peace, into stillness, into this moment fully. Sensing this rain stick like a wave of new energy coming down your body from the very top of your head to the tips of your toes. Just feel this clearing of any stagnant old energy being released, being broken down. Just feeling really calm, ready for the journey ahead. These powerful figures of these goddesses, knowing that they will guide you, help you, and teach you with any insights that you might need throughout our time today. So when you're ready, you can now just take a deep breath in, filling up your lungs. Coming back slowly your full awareness. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. And when you're ready, in your own time, you can gently open your eyes. Maybe take a nice big stretch, stretching out your arms over your head. If you're laying down, you can now just gently come back to seated. And hopefully you have now a journal and a pen at hand. So this is going to be, there's quite a few questions because I want to just recap on your learning of Hecate and Ereshkigal, and also some questions around Inanna before we go into the journey, which might then help you more once we're in the journey with the awareness from your the questions and answering. And then feel free to ask any questions, or you can leave it to the end. However, whatever comes up for you, just feel free to, be open and feel we're in this safe space that you can ask whatever, you feel you're called to ask. So let's go into some questions that I have. Let me see if I need my glasses. Oh, yes, for a little bit maybe. So if we're all ready, hopefully we are, let's go into these questions. So before we begin, maybe you'd also like for the questions to set an intention or start to get an idea of what that might be going into the journey, of how you either want to feel or an intention of what you want to bring in after this experience. And I think through why I like to do questions is because it's speaking to our subconscious. So I work a lot with the subconscious mind, being a hypnotherapist, and I ask people, when I ask you the question, instead of thinking about it, try and close your eyes and see what the subconscious mind how the subconscious might want to answer it, instead of the thinking, egoic mind. And I'll repeat the questions a couple of times because I'd love for you to write them down, because then you can, I said it last time as well, then you can take these questions and maybe meditate on them, one question a week. And we've got quite a few questions today because this is a great longer session. And then see how, by meditating on one question over a week, say, see how the answer you'd given on day one to it may change by the end of the week. And that's when the detached thinking mind can just sort of rest, and then the subconscious, your wiser, higher mind, is able to give you the guidance when you're in self-reflection, in stillness, in a meditation. Even if that meditation is 5 minutes a day, just go in with a question. Okay, so let's begin. So, I put these on, getting used to my glasses. These first questions are understanding the archetypes a bit more. So, the goddesses, Hecate and Ereshkigal. So, question 1. How do you perceive the archetype of Hecate in your own life? Can you identify moments where her guidance has helped you navigate challenges? So again, I'll repeat it so you can write it down. How do you perceive the archetype of Hecate in your own life? Can you identify moments where her guidance has helped you navigate challenges? So again, maybe close your eyes. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes on each question. So can you identify moments where her guidance may have helped you? And we know from Hecate that she was the goddess of crossroads. So when we've maybe been at crossroads in our lives, how could her energy or your higher self connect with her wisdom of how she might have helped you, or your inner knowing, your guidance has helped you navigate through challenges? And so maybe you want to think back about some crossroads you've been at before, and what could you draw from her guidance? Also, she's quite she's got this, this wise, side of her, but she's also pretty magical. So have things happened in your life when you've been at crossroads or challenges where maybe a higher power or something in you has, guided you at that crossroad in a really amazing way when you've looked back? So even if you just do a few notes today, again, that's why I like you to take these questions so you can, expand on them in your own time. You can just do little notes today. But it's just what we're doing with the questions. It's just priming your subconscious mind when we actually go in to the journey. So question 2, in what ways does Ereshkigal represent the themes of death and transformation for you? How can her role as the queen of the underworld inspire your personal journey? So in what ways does Ereshkigal represent the themes of death and transformation for you? How can her role as the queen of the underworld inspire your personal journey? So this journey really is all around death and rebirth, and her being queen of death, sort of showing us that to be completely stripped of everything and feeling, death, the death of an old self, the death of who we are, who we might have once been, or maybe the death of what we were perceived to be and it wasn't really us. So how can her teaching help you to sort of, I suppose, be okay with being completely stripped of everything, to die, to then rebirth into a whole new you? So in what ways does Ereshkigal represent the themes of death and transformation for you? How can her role as the queen of the underworld inspire your personal journey? And I'm sure many of you can think of your own death and rebirths that you've had up until this point, because I think it's a constant. We have to sort of get okay with death and rebirth, because it's duality, isn't it? It's like negative and positive, sunshine and showers. There's always two sides of everything. And from the death, we can have this, it's like the phoenix, isn't it? We rise from the ashes. So I think this is a lot, when I've read this story, is what Ereshkigal is sort of showing us, as well as going into these dark places to ultimately be okay with it. So, question 3 here. Okay, sorry. She'd like me to repeat one. I'm going to repeat that. In what ways does Ereshkigal represent the themes of death and transformation for you? How can her role as the queen of the underworld inspire your personal journey? And again, I think with this, they can belong. So even if you need to, again, this is just to prime your subconscious mind. You don't have to, go into big detail tonight, or today. So just take what questions, that you feel, I know somebody just commented that they're long, so I'm sorry. But hopefully you can, use these questions later on replay so you can, really go into it a lot deeper. I'm just sort of giving you some guidance here. So question 3, how can the duality of Hecate and Ereshkigal inform your understanding of the balance between light and shadow in your own life? How can the duality of Hecate and Ereshkigal inform your understanding of the balance between light and shadow in your life? So just feel and see what comes up for you at this time. So now we're going to do some questions on exploring the descent of Inanna. The main journey that we're going to go on tonight is all around Inanna. But just to go back to Hecate and Ereshkigal, it's really important to understand their roles in the descent of Inanna. So 4, what emotions or thoughts come to mind when you think about Inanna's decision to descend into the underworld? How does that feel, knowing that she sort of has put herself forward to do this and she didn't need to descend because she was this beautiful, more of the goddess of the heavens. She had everything. She was very beautiful. She had all, the worldly possessions you could have, and then she decides to go into the underworld, to be stripped bare, to meet her sister Ereshkigal, who had the sort of, very different, the complete opposite. So what emotions or thoughts come to mind when you think about Inanna's decision to descend into the underworld? What does this symbolize for you? Why would she, I'd question, why would she do that? But she wanted maybe a deeper understanding of, an understanding that she wasn't getting by having everything that people appeared that, could see that she had in this world. So okay, question 5. Again, just, maybe just write some notes. These are to be expanded on in your own time. How do the 7 gates of Inanna's descent reflect the layers of ego and attachments in your own life? How do the 7 gates of Inanna's descent reflect the layers of ego and attachments in your own life? So knowing the different gates, they have different meaning of what she has to release, garments, mainly in her case, but for us different, it's relative. It's also fears, insecurities, vulnerabilities. Is there a particular gate that resonates with you out of the 7 gates? And maybe it will resonate with you afterwards, after tonight's journey, today, I keep saying tonight, but wherever you are listening to this, whatever time zone, maybe then one will resonate with you more when you're in the journey and you maybe feel which one. So, question 6, in your personal journey, what beliefs or identities have you had to shed in order to grow and transform? That might be similar to Inanna's. What personally have you had to let go of? An identity or a fear or an insecurity? What for you personally have you already let go of? Old beliefs that, I've said it before, And I'll say it again, what is a belief? A belief is a thought many times over. So we believe it to be true. However, it's just a belief that we've carried around for years and years, and it's like when you automatically say, I like the color blue, but do you really like the color blue? It's just maybe an old belief that once you said blue was my favorite color. So what beliefs and identities have you shed? What have you already been able to let go of in this lifetime to enable you to know that you can redo it with something else, an old belief, an old identity? You can always begin again. You can always shed something to grow into a better version of yourself. Okay, question 7. We're going to do a couple more. This is more about confronting the shadow side, because a lot of this is the shadow side, why we're going into the underworld, to, the darker side, what we don't always want to see. It's like taking that mask off, what is underneath, that once we're free of that, we feel it takes a lot to take that mask off, but once we're free of it, we're like, wow, how did I ever go out into my day with it on in the first place? So to really get to that point. So question 7, what does facing your shadow self mean to you? How can the story of Anana's confrontation with her sister Ereshkigal serve as a guide in this process? What does facing your shadow self mean to you? How can the story of Anana's confrontation with her sister Ereshkigal serve as a guide in this process? So ultimately, seeing your shadow maybe, through the story where she is seeing her sister as death. The shadow. What does facing this mean to you, your shadow self? It can be quite scary, right? But then quite liberating at the same time. And I'm sure you've experienced it. We've all had, these experiences in our life where we've really had to take that mask off, even if we do it in private. So 3 more questions. I'm going to do 3. I had a bit more, but I understand, there's a lot. But again, just you can keep these questions later when you read it back on replay. It's just, even if you hear it and don't even write it down or put an answer, it's just priming the subconscious for the journey. So, question 8. What fears or hidden aspects of yourself have you encountered when delving into your shadow? How can acknowledging these aspects lead to personal growth? What fears or hidden aspects of yourself have you confronted when you've gone to your shadow self? I think we all maybe have. I think we all sort of know. I think we know what they are. It's whether we're brave enough to actually either say them out loud to ourselves, let alone anybody else. I think we all know what hidden sides of ourselves are there. So I think this is why it's a very personal, private, sometimes journey that we have to do this inner work. Exactly what we're doing tonight. It's all very personal to each of us. Okay. Question 9. How does the concept of death in your life relate to the idea of shedding old beliefs and stepping into the unknown? How does the concept of death in your life relate to the idea of shedding old beliefs and stepping into the unknown. Because sometimes these old beliefs keep us safe. So it's easier for us to keep saying them and keep believing these old beliefs because we're safer with them than actually confronting them and taking the mask off, looking at the shadow self. If we keep, telling ourselves the same old story, even if we're not transforming or feeling, that we're getting anywhere, sometimes it feels safer, doesn't it? So, but what if the unknown, stepping into that unknown, you would be rewarded in such an incredible way that you never thought possible. But first you've got to confront death. Metaphorically, death. Okay, I'm going to say one more question, 10. Transformation and rebirth, all what this is about. Can you recall a specific experience where hitting a low point in your life led to a transformative rebirth? Can you recall a specific experience where hitting a low point in your life led to a transformative rebirth? I love that. Thank you, Anna. Yeah. Well, you're being brave because you are learning to listen to yourself and your own guidance and speak your truth. And that can feel, I'm just reading one of the comments about feeling like when they speak up and speak their truth, that nobody maybe relates to them, and that comes with shedding the old, stepping into the unknown and removing those old beliefs, because a lot of the beliefs we have are from other people, right? Especially family, I find. A lot of my inner work, shadow work has been, as beautiful as they are, has been around family and other people's beliefs that weren't even my own. I just believed them because somebody told me to. So I just repeat 10 again because I just answered a little question there. Can you recall a specific experience where hitting a low point in your life led to a transformative rebirth? So what lessons did you learn from that experience? We've all had them, I'm sure. We have all had them. I definitely know from my experience I have had them. And I think you can't grow ultimately into where you're meant to in the right place and on the right path for yourself if you don't hit rock bottom, if you don't have these complete crash landings. I've been working a lot this week with the energy of the hawk and its teachings, and there's a lot of crash landings, especially with the hawk energy. It can fly high, it can have the most amazing insight, but it has crash landings. So what do we learn from these types of crash landings and complete death of the old? I think we learn a tremendous lot that it's only when you look back in time and you think, wow, that sort of suffering, I now can sort of understand it. It was sort of worth it because it peels another layer for you to step into your truth. And I don't think we're just born into, obviously figuring it all out. We have to have these big crash landings in our life and complete hitting rock bottom to actually step into our truest, highest potential for why we're actually all here. So, yeah, I think I'll leave it there with the questions. Hopefully, as I said, just take today, just it's just for priming the subconscious for the journey, and then take a question, or make the question yourself. What do you need to ask yourself to facilitate the answer that you already know? What questions, make the questions for yourself very more important. These are just some ideas, so don't worry if you didn't catch all of it. You'll get what messages you need to see. Oh, thank you, Anna. Thank you. So you should have enough to go on for those questions now, and enough in your minds to, and don't get, just let it go. That's just what it is for now, and we can step into the next part with what we need. So what I'd like us to do now is, maybe whatever you've got around you, have some tea, have a little sip of tea, have some water, get comfortable again, because the next part is knowing that we I think somebody said they've joined late today. Yes, that's okay, Anna, but just know that we've created this healing protective circle, virtual circle. No matter the distance, we're all connected, we're all in this safe space. Things might come up. Also, when we're using, as I said at the start, I'm also a hypnotherapist as well as a meditation guide. So the subconscious is so powerful. It has all of our experiences, all the memories we've ever had. Everything is in that big vault locked in our subconscious. And sometimes we push so much back and down and out the way in the subconscious. We think we forget about it, but it always comes up. So when we do these types of introspection, self-inquiry, self-reflection, we're working with that subconscious mind, and it can then just pop something through that we thought we dealt with, we thought we were over it, I was free of that, and then it comes up again. And also what I would like to say is, what I would like to say is, I thought it was actually quite a sort of auspicious time that we're working with these particular Hecate, Ereshkigal, and Inanna, because we're soon approaching, we're in the energy of Halloween, and I know many of you know the veil is becoming very thin, the veil between the two worlds. So again, Halloween, a lot around sort of death and rebirth. I think the energy right now is very auspicious for us to maybe break through. We've also got the full moon tomorrow in Aries, the big, full, powerful supermoon that we're experiencing this energy as well. I think it's a great time to be working on this, to really release. And through Aries, it's fire energy. Wherever it is in your chart, it's fire energy. It can be very destructive or very powerful, for good or bad, like everything. But how can we go on this journey today, stop saying tonight, today, and really, once and for all, let's just get rid of these layers. Let's just get rid of all this stuff that's weighing us down, these thoughts that we keep having, these old worn out beliefs. Let's just really take this time when the veil is thin to get as much insight and guidance and help that we can at this time. I think it's a really great time to be doing shadow work, death and rebirth. Big transformations can occur from these, astrological, whether you're into astrology or not, there is a lot of guidance there for us at this time. I feel the energy is very powerful for big shifts forward, big shifts into a completely new reality, a completely new world for yourself, back to yourself, on another path, whatever it is for you personally. So I'm just reading here. Is Halloween in your time during the year that the year between? Yeah, I don't feel it's the evil between. I think it's, I'm feeling the goodness of Halloween. What can come in the sense of this ancestors. The veil is thin. Ancestors. There's lots of support. Imagine it as supportive energy right now, especially with this full moon. I don't talk about anything evil. It's a word that doesn't even come into my mind. Thoughts become things, so be careful what you think about, good or bad. Oh, I get it. Sorry. See, yeah, autocorrect. Is Halloween the only time of year when the veil is thin? I know it's the thinnest at this time for sure. I would say, again, I know small amounts of astrology. What I've read over the years, I would say eclipse times, maybe the veil is a little bit, thin then, but mainly Halloween. I mean, if you look at, all the history of it, it's sort of, the veil is the thinnest now. And I think it's a powerful time for real transformation. That's what I feel with it. Within certain times, but as the world is changing, this is the best time if you want. Yes, Anna, absolutely. Yes, I love that analogy. Anna's saying, like a nasty onion, but inside tastes good once you take the layers off. Exactly. We got to get rid of all those layers, and I think that's a good analogy for lots of different fruits and stuff. Once you take what looks like a very ugly outside, then inside is this beautiful, tasty, amazing fruit. Do you know what makes it thin specifically? No, I don't. I honestly don't. I've just been, I know that my dreams and, what would I call it? Awareness is definitely heightened at this time, but not knowing specifically what makes it thin, that I do not know. But it, people that know more than me, astrologers and deep sort of mediums and psychics, they would say that their dreams are just off the chart. They're a lot more intuitive at this time. And I think it's because we're connected more to the guidance of, people that, ancestors, people that we love. I think the guidance is there. So, okay, so we're going to start, and happy to take some more questions at the end. I would love to do that, especially after this journey. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the camera, because what I wanted for you, because I ask you to get comfortable again, lying down if you've been sitting up, if that's your preference, get really comfortable. I'm going to flip the camera into an image for you. And why I love doing this is because I like you to keep your eyes open to start with and gaze into an image. And then you'll get this image. Where am I there? You'll get this image in your mind's eye. And this can be a focal point when you go into your journey. And we were talking about stones, protective crystals. So I mentioned onyx and obsidian. Some of you, they're very transformative. They're very great for doing these deep reflective journeys. But if you don't have them, I'm going to click the camera around, and you're going to see this beautiful image of a obsidian Buddha. And he's going to, I want you to just stare at this image and just get this protective energy from this obsidian Buddha. Just allow it to, really be drawn into you. This healing that he's giving, just this beautiful image of this Buddha. It's this groundedness. He's just very, strong and sturdy. And just get this image and the feeling of obsidian even more surrounding you into our journey. So let's get ready. I'm just going to have a little sip of water here, and I'm going to play just a little bit of music, and please do tell me if it's too loud. But I'd really love your I'd like the guidance to be my voice. I speak in quite a slow, hypnotic voice. I will do quite a few pauses because this is the time to be inwardly reflective, and just really take everything you can out of this journey, knowing that you are safe, you are protected. We're all here for each other. And yeah, we will start. Let me just get the music. So hopefully you can hear that. And it's just going to be very subtle. And that's a good point, Anna, saying back to Mary, if you're sensitive, you can feel this energy more. Yeah, definitely. I'm sure many of you here are empaths. You know, you feel energy from other people, from animals, from your pets. So, yeah, just I'd make the most of this time, but again, be very protective with your energy too. Excuse me. Okay, so let's just get comfortable. Start to, once again, just gaze into this image. Maybe you would like to gaze into the middle of the Buddha's eyebrows, just keeping your focal point here. So then when I ask you in a few minutes to close your eyes, you're just going to have this image of protection, of guidance in your mind's eye. As we begin to embark on this hypnotic, meditative journey, inspired by Inanna's descent through the 7 gates into the underworld, into this experience that invites deep reflection and transformation. Just keeping your gaze ahead with the eyes open. And this journey symbolizes the process of letting go of old fears, ego, as well as negative energy, insecurities, doubts, vulnerabilities, all that stuff that we can have in this human experience. So again, just connecting into my voice. Allowing your thinking mind now just to rest and detach in the background. As you become really comfortable now, settling into your space, into the present moment even more. Connecting into your breath, noticing the gentle rise and fall of your chest. With every easy inhale and exhale. Just keeping your focus ahead. As you now imagine a warm, golden light surrounding you, keeping you safe in this sacred space between us all. Just resist closing your eyes for a little longer. And with each breath, this golden light expands, filling you with warmth and comfort. As we just deepen the inhale now, Breathing in all the way up through your spine to the very top of your head, and hold here for a couple of counts. Now open your mouth and exhale all the way out. Let go of any tension, any concerns. Just let it go. Keep your focus ahead. Take another deep breath in all the way up through your spine to the very top of your head, and hold. Now open your mouth and exhale all the way out. You can now gently close your eyes all the way down. Feel your eyes relaxing as the nerves and muscles in and around the eyes become heavy, droopy, drowsy. You may feel as if your eyes have been locked tight, sealed together, fused together. So now you can just forget all about your eyes. As you feel a floating, drifting feeling developing throughout your whole body. As if you are floating in an empty space. As I will now guide you on a beautiful and transformative journey, delving deep into your subconscious mind, where you will tap into your imagination and senses. And as we are led by our programmed subconscious mind 95% of the day, it is where all life's experiences, memories, habitual behaviors and patterns are stored. So in order to bring change, remove old habits and negative thinking, we use hypnosis. This can help you to connect to your theta dream state. Here, deep down in your subconscious, you will be able to let go of anything that blocks your growth and transformation. As you start to lay down new pathways of what you would like to bring into your life. So let us begin on this journey towards death, rebirth, and ultimate growth and transformation. Start to allow your breathing to become slow and deep. As you begin to unwind, relaxing fully here in this moment. Nowhere to be, nothing to do, just here, right now. Nobody needs anything. Nobody wants anything. So you can completely relax. And all you need to do is simply listen to the sound of my voice, knowing that your subconscious mind will easily and effortlessly lock on to my words. Allow the music to flow through you. Feel its vibration within you. Focus your attention on my voice. Let go of any thoughts that might drift into your mind. Just let them go. Let them go. As thoughts start to fade and you are becoming more relaxed, you are ready to drop into the powerful realm of your subconscious mind, the deepest part of you. Feel yourself drifting deeper and deeper into your subconscious mind. As you drift deeper, sink deeper into this beautiful, relaxed state, you now visualize 10 steps before you. Each step down represents a layer of your being, leading you closer to the depths of your true self, your true nature. You see the steps in front of you. They are made of old stone. And as I count down from 10 to 1, imagine yourself stepping down each step, one at a time. As I slowly guide you, you will go deeper, drift deeper into this perfect, relaxed dream state. With each count, you will feel more relaxed, more grounded. 10. Step down, feeling lighter. 9. Step down, feeling the tensions of the day, releasing them. 8. Step down, sinking deep into relaxation. 7. Step down, feeling so safe, so secure. 6. Step down, allowing your mind to quiet. 5. Step down, feeling your body growing heavier and heavier into the ground. 4. Step down, deeper still into calmness. 3. Step down, embracing the stillness around you. 2. Step down, feeling so connected to the earth beneath you. 1. Step down, arriving at the threshold of your inner journey. Pausing here for a few moments in stillness, preparing for the descent to begin. Before you lies the first gate, the entrance to the underworld. As you approach the first gate, you start to feel the presence of Inanna. She stands before you, strong and resolute. Sense her presence. Feel her warm energy merging with yours. As you both prepare to step through these gates together. You both decide to descend, symbolizing both of your call for deep transformation. As you start your walk, you reach the first gate. Visualizing Inanna standing tall in her magnificent robe. She prepares to shed the first garment, representing her worldly power. Gate 1 is the robe of authority, and also the gate of judgment. You see Inanna as she removes her robe of authority and hands it to the gatekeeper. With this release, you are also letting go of the burdens of authority over others and also within yourself. Feel within yourself starting to release any need for control or power. As you step through this gate, visualize shedding the first layer of your old self, leaving it behind, leaving any of the old judgments you held against yourself and others. Imagine these judgments dissolving, dissipating. Allowing you to embrace compassion and a lightness in your aura. You continue on your walk. As you approach the second gate, the crown of status, the gate of doubt. You now see Anana removing her crown of status. Visualize her casting it aside, shedding her identity tied to status and recognition. At this gate, you are able to confront any doubts and insecurities, as well as any and all attachments you may have to societal expectations, or how you may be perceived by others. Reflect now in stillness on how these things may have held you back in your life. Now, take a nice deep breath in, and on the out breath, release anything, any doubts, insecurities, or attachments of how others may perceive you. As you now pass through this gate, envision all doubts falling away like Anana's crown. Feeling lighter and more free in your being, like a weight has been lifted from your shoulders and another layer has been taken off and dismantled. You continue on your passage as you see in sight gate 3, the gate of fear, and also the gate, the necklace of wealth. You see Anana standing at the third gate as she removes her necklace of wealth. As she hands it over, imagine releasing the need for material possessions or financial security. Feel a lightness within you as you detach from the idea that your worth is tied to what you own. Here, you are also being asked to face any fears. Recognize them as shadows that have loomed over you. As you move through this gate, visualize yourself releasing these fears, transforming them into courage and strength. You are now stepping close to Gate 4, the breastplate of success, or the gate of ego. At the fourth gate, Inanna removes her breastplate, symbolizing her achievements and successes. This gate challenges your sense of self, acknowledging how your ego has shaped your identity. As you reflect, start to allow yourself to let go of any need for validation through accomplishments. And as you feel this weight lifting, you embrace the idea that your value is inherent and not tied to what you have done. As you cross, let go of the need for validation and approval. Feel the liberation that comes from being your authentic self, loved and honored for your truest, higher self. You are now approaching Gate 5, the ring of relationships and the gate of vulnerability. As Inanna approaches the fifth gate, she removes her ring, a symbol of relationships and connections. As she releases it, visualize letting go of any unhealthy attachments or expectations from relationships. Feel your heart lighten as you honor the relationships that truly uplift you, while releasing those that do not serve your highest good. embrace the beauty of vulnerability. Understand that it is a source of strength rather than weakness. As you pass through this gate, release any shame and fear associated with being vulnerable, allowing your true essence to shine. You are now at gate 6, the sash of identity and the gate of negative energy. At the 6th gate, Inanna removes her sash, representing her identity. With this act, you are invited to look at and prepare to release any labels or identities that may have defined you. This gate is also where you are able to confront any lingering negative thoughts about your identity. Picture them now as dark clouds surrounding you. And as you walk through this gate, see the clouds dissipating, being replaced by a radiant light that fills you with positivity. Feel the freedom that comes with letting go of who you think you are and embracing the truest essence of yourself. You are now approaching the final gate, 7. The veil of illusion, the gate of transformation. At the 7th gate, Inanna stands before the veil of illusion. As she pulls it away, she prepares to enter the underworld completely stripped of her garments. Visualize yourself doing the same, feeling utterly bare, vulnerable, and free as you step into the realm of Ereshkigal. As you enter the underworld, you are greeted by Ereshkigal. Here, you are being asked to face your shadow self, the aspects of yourself that have been hidden or repressed. Inanna symbolizes surrender as she confronts Ereshkigal, allowing herself to be metaphorically killed. Feel the weight now of any old patterns, fears and doubts dissolving as you too embrace this ultimate surrender. And this surrender is not an end, but a necessary step towards your ultimate transformation. After facing a Reshkagal, visualize a light beginning to emerge within the darkness of the underworld. Inanna, through her journey, experiences a rebirth. Imagine this light growing brighter as you prepare for your own resurrection. Feel the warmth of renewal surrounding you as you gather the wisdom gained from your descent, as you integrate the lessons learned along the way. See in your mind's eye a new self emerging, one that is free from the burdens of the past. Embrace this newfound clarity and purpose. As you begin now to ascend back through the gates, you carry the wisdom of your journey within you. With each step back, you reclaim the layers of yourself, not as power or ego, but as deep wisdom and understanding. One step up, feeling the lightness of your true self. 2 step up, embracing the lessons of this journey. 3 step up, feeling more connected to your essence. 4 step up, recognizing the beauty of transformation. 5 step up, bringing back the wisdom of the crone. 6 step up, feeling invigorated and renewed. 7 step up, arriving back at the surface and ready to embrace your life anew. This hypnotic meditative journey of the descent of Anana serves as a profound metaphor for personal transformation, particularly in times of crisis when we may feel stripped of our foundational beliefs and identities. And as Anana descended into the underworld, she confronts the stark realities of loss, vulnerability, and the stripping away of what she once held dear. So I hope this journey has encouraged you to embrace your own descent, allowing each of you to face the shadows of your psyche and any societal constructs that may have defined you. And by surrendering to this process, we can start to unearth deeper truths and a sense of authenticity that transcends superficial markers of our identity. Allow today's session to keep allowing you to reflect on the experiences of letting go, helping you to keep building further resilience and a renewed sense of purpose. These suggestions are now deeply embedded into your subconscious mind, and with or without my voice, they go with you. In a moment, I'm going to count back from 5 to 1. And on the count of 1, you can gently open your eyes, feeling fully refreshed, perfectly balanced. And tonight, when you go to sleep, you will drift into a beautiful and peaceful night's sleep, have the most healing dreams and insights, and upon awaking in the morning, you can easily recall these suggestions that will go with you into your day and into your week. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a nice deep breath in, filling up your lungs. And just before you open your eyes, I want to bless each and every one of you. I hope you find great value in this journey this evening. We just take a final deep inhale together to close this protective circle around us, knowing that this good energy will be within each of us and stay with us on our individual journeys ahead. Take a nice deep breath in, again all the way up to the very top of your head. And when you are ready, exhale. Coming back into your body, coming back into this space. And when you are ready, you can gently open your eyes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for sharing your energy with myself and everyone that has tuned in today. I'm very happy to take any questions if you would like me to. Sometimes when we finish these journeys, we're not always too chatty. Sometimes it's best to, just really take care of yourself afterwards. I don't know what time it is, wherever you're listening to this, but maybe just take a nice healing bath. And if you don't have a bath, maybe some sea salts in a foot spa, or just something to be really, a lot of self-care. And remember that we have been working quite deep into the subconscious mind, so trust that other things might come forward, some insight. Again, like we said about this veil is very thin. You might get some really profound insights that hopefully you can add to your journal in the next coming days. So if there's no more questions, I will leave you sending love, gratitude for all of you to spend your time with me and your energy. And yes, feel free to reach out. You can reach out to me directly or through Sage Goddess. And I hope to see you back here again soon. I hope to be sharing this space with you sometime in the future. Thank you, Lena. Thank you so much. Okay, I think that's it. Have a beautiful day wherever you are. Sending love. Take care. Step 4. That's a really good question, actually, Marlene. I'll flick myself back on because I just saw a question come in. Marlene said at step 4, I ran into myself from 5th grade and got super emotional. Is this normal? Yes. Yes, it is normal. This is more of the hypnotic work that we do sometimes, is that we go back to scenes, we're just revisiting, we're not going back into that, we're just sort of reviewing, I should say, not revisiting. But these things can definitely come up because it's subconsciously. So maybe you need to go back to gate 4, step 4, go back to step 4 in your meditation and sit with yourself when you were in 5th grade and you said you got super emotional. What was going on in 5th grade? When I do hypnotherapy sessions, we go back, we regress, and we go back in time to scenes, events, memories that have maybe, that are still in there and need to sort of be worked out. So I would meditate on it, Marlene. I would go back down those visual steps in your mind and sit with your younger self, how old you were in 5th grade, and let that come out. Feel what comes out, and I'm sure you're going to get some really profound message from that. So, okay guys, I think that's it. Take care, and I hope to see you back here again at some point.